Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Conquest Biology. So let us continue with the type 1 PhD Biology examination GS 2018. So one of the questions in general ability section was this one based on mark recapture method. So the question was, you have got 100 flies marked and bashed in a greenhouse of area 100 meters square. Assume the flies population doubles every 4 days. Assume number of flies dies. Assume no fly dies. After 12 days, you catch 400 flies and found that 10 out of them are marked. What is your estimate of the number of flies in the greenhouse at the start of your experiment? So these were the options: 500, 800, 1000 and 4000. So the formula of mark recapture method is this: number of captured animals on second day, like in the second resampling event, upon size of the total sample on the second day when we recaptured it, the flies, equal to number marked in first sample, number of animals or flies marked in first sample upon size of the whole population at that time. So let us see how do we solve it. So we know that 100 flies were caught and marked. So that means this value will be 100. We need to find out what is the estimate of the number of flies in the greenhouse at the start of the experiment. That means we need to find out this population, total population when we captured the flies for the first time and marked them. So let us suppose it is X. Now number of recaptured animal on second day are how many were recaptured? 400, and we caught 400 flies and 10 out of them were marked. So that means 10 were marked out of 400. This is the total of what we recaptured, and we found that 10 out of them were marked. So let us solve it for X. This is an easy problem if we remember the formula. 100 into 400 by 10, 4000. So it means that during first capturing event when we marked the flies, at that time the total population of flies was 4000. So our answer is D option. So another question in the same question paper was, a large cube is formed from the material obtained by melting 3 smaller cubes with sides 3, 4 and 5 cm respectively. What is the ratio of the total surface areas of the smaller cubes and the large cube? So like we know cube has the sides which are equal. This is a cube. So there are 3 such cubes. One of them has side 3, another one 4 and the third one has 5. So for this, in order to solve this problem, we need to know 2 formulas. One, how do we find out the volume of the cube? Because we will melt these 3 cubes and then we will make a larger cube, one single larger cube from the material of these cubes. So first of all, we need to know what will be the volume of each smaller cube separately. Then only we will be able to know the volume of the larger one. And once we know the volume, then we can easily find out the surface area. So first of all, let me write the formula of volume of a cube. Volume of a cube is A cube, where A is the side of the cube. So we will find the combined volume of all the three cubes. So let us suppose we will denote C1, volume of first cube as C1. So the total volume will be 3 cube. The volume of this cube will be 3 cube. Of second cube will be 4 cube. And the third cube will be 5 cube. So we will find out the combined volume of these volumes. Of these cubes, combined volume will be like 3 cube plus 4 cube plus 5 cube. So it will be 27 plus 64 plus 125. So we will add up 125 plus 64 plus 27. 6, 1, 216. So since we are making the larger cube from the volume of all these cubes, that means this will be the volume of the larger cube. And once we know the volume of the larger cube, we can find out its size, measurement of its size. So volume of larger cube is combined volume of smaller cubes. So it is 216 and its volume is 216 cubic centimeters. So now let us suppose the side of this volume is capital A. It means capital A cube is equal to 216. So now we can easily find out the side. We will make factors of 216. So it means 3 into side is 3 into 2. We will take the cube root basically. In order to find out A, we can take cube root of 216, which will be 3 into 2 is equal to 6. Now we have all the information. We have the measurement of the size of the larger cube and the sides of smaller cubes are 3, 4 and 5. So now we can easily find out the ratio of the total surface area of these cubes. The formula to find out total surface area is A square. 6 into square of the sides. So let us find out for the smaller cubes. We represent total surface area as TSA. TSA of smaller cubes. It will be 6 into 3 square. This is the total surface area of the first cube. Then total surface area of second cube will be 6 into 4 square plus of the third cube will be 6 into 5. Now we can take common. 6 as common. 3 square plus 4 square plus 5 square. So how much it is? Let me calculate here. 16, I think 16 plus 9 is 25 plus, so it is 50. Into 6, I'm sorry. So it is 300 centimeters square. Now we will find out TSA of larger cube, which will be 6 into side square. What was the measurement of size? 6 square. It will be 6 into 36. So it is 216. Now we can easily find out ratio of total surface area. So they have asked us what is the ratio of total surface areas of the smaller cubes and the larger cubes. So smaller cubes must be written in the numerator. So it is 300 by 216. So we can now easily find it out. So it is 25:18. Let me check if it's there in the option. Yes. So correct answer is 25:18. So that's how we can solve these kind of problems. If we remember the formula, then we can easily solve these kind of problems. Now let us solve one question from the same question paper related to probability. So the question was, if you roll 3 fair 6-sided dice, what is the probability that you get 2 sixes and 1 odd number in any order? So there are 2 rules for probability. Probability is ranging from 0 to 1. The value can't exceed 1. So the rule of AND is, the rule of multiplication is applied when in the question we find words like AND. And rule of addition is applied when in the question they have mentioned either or. So let us find out in this question what rule exactly we need to apply. So they are saying what is the probability that you get 2 sixes and 1 odd number. So that means we will use rule of multiplication over here. So they are saying out of the 3 dice, what is the probability? In 2 dice we will get 6. We know a dice is cuboidal and it has 6 sides, and on each surface there is a number like 1. Like for example, on this surface it is 1, 2, 3, then here it is 4, 5 and then 6. Now when we roll the dice, then probability out of these 6 numbers, the probability of getting 6 is 1 by 6. Because 6 is there only on one side and there are 6 sides. So that means if we have, let me write it over here, probability. So let us suppose in one of the dice, the probability of getting 6 is 1 by 6. Because out of the 6 faces of the die, only on one face we get 6. So if we will roll it and then throw it, then we will, the probability of getting 6 will be 1 by 6. Since we have to use rule of multiplication here, so we will multiply it over here. In the second dice also they are saying we want a 6. So it will also be 6. Now, in the third dice, they are saying we should get an odd number. Now we will think about the numbers which are mentioned on the cube. Out of those numbers, how many of the numbers are odd? So we will see 1. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And odd numbers are 1, 3 and 5. So that means there are 3 odd numbers. So we are good if we are getting either 1, 3 or 5. So that means 3 and total surfaces are 6. So in the third die the probability of getting odd number will be 3 by 6. Now we will simply solve it. 1 by 6 into 1 by 6 into 1 by 2. So the answer is 1 by 72. There were so many options given, like 1 by 36, 1 by 72, 1 by 72 and 1 by 24, and another option was 5 by 9. So our answer will be 1 by 72. So that's how we can solve easy problems related to probability.